Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess with me, the Doctor. In the last episode, we got the Zora armor, and came here to the Lakebed Temple, where we've now unlocked the first of the two water towers, which is now flowing happily. So let's slide away down it. This has a really kind of like Mario 64 feeling. Ah, there we go. God, those bits were fucking hard on Mario 64. Like, there was that one that was in the Total Mountain, was it like the Secret of the Chimp's Cage or some shit like that, where you went through one of them. It's crazy. That game is really fucking hard in parts, much harder than Sunshine, which is the one that always gets shit for being difficult, I think. Anyway, as you can see, we kind of opened that sluice gate here, and generally now we want to basically get back to the central chamber, so we're kind of just following the water flow back, and this has changed quite a lot of stuff, really. So as you can see, like that water wheel is spinning and stuff like that, but actually we're not going to do anything to do with that for now. We're going to come back here to the kind of carousel room, which is now, of course, spinning, which is of great interest, or certainly should be. If we come over here and hop down, ow, oh, that looks like it hurt. Oh, that classic thing in a game, if you can, ow, survive a fall to from any height, as long as you roll when you land. In fairness, you can do that. Like, I used to do a fair bit of free running, and the thing where I was taught there is you kind of like roll when you land, because basically you kind of transfer the momentum forward, and then the main thing that takes the hit is like the back of your shoulder blade, and that's a really like wide, flat muscle bone, and damn near impossible to break. But enough of my shit. There's a couple of passages here, and we're going to go to this side passage here. We can go straight ahead there, but I assure you it will serve no purpose. But if we come to the left, we will get a key. Well, no, we'll get a chest. Spoilers! What does the chest contain? It's a key. Kind of ruined that one, didn't I? Oh my goodness. So, choo-choo's up here. Oh, that one's a golden choo-choo, so I believe that's lamp oil there that it drops. But hey, we don't use that ever again in the game, really. But I'm sure it must be useful in some circumstances if you're kind of blind or generally stupid. That was unnecessarily mean, I think. I'm not a very nice person. Just think I'll bring that down just in case it does something later that'll be useful. And let's hop over here. And this actually takes us to the same room we were just in, but from a slightly different angle. And of course, unsurprisingly, need a key to get through it. So, let's do that. And now there is a brief underwater section. This, I believe, actually has two chests in it. Because firstly, if we come this way and break this... Oh no, we don't even need to break anything, we just open this. And we get 5 bombs. And then equally, I love the fact that Link has a little like, breathing mask up when he's underwater with the Zora suit. It's really cool. Anyway, if we take the iron boots off, this will carry us all the way along and through into another tunnel, which has another chest in it. I nearly said another cage in it. I've been watching too many Nicolas Cage films recently. Love the man. Anyway, that contains 20 rupees. That's pretty nice. I need to stop saying that just because it's not in this fucking game. That was Wind Waker, and I think 20 rupees were not too shabby. I should check that. Anyway, there is another bomb rock here. So we put a water bomb down next to that. That took forever to explode. Oh, there's a barrier behind me. There's a barrier behind me. Go! It always feels like as well, because so you remember a while ago it said in using the shell blade, using the Zora armor you take extra damage from fire and ice attacks. I always feel like it should be electric attacks as well, but I guess I'm just thinking of Pokemon. Anyway, let's exit through this suspicious looking hole. And it seals behind us, and some shit drops from the ceiling. Where did that come from? Well, this is one of the more ridiculous mini-bosses in the game. This is the Deku Toad. So it starts off by launching a lot of stuff at you. Tadpoles, that's what these things are. Got there eventually. Kill all of them with just wild slapping and go over to the toad itself. When you approach near it, it will jump into the air. Keep moving here, lest it land on you, and position yourself around to the front of it, because it'll land and the tongue is the real target here. Deal some good damage to the tongue. Now, Keep an eye on it here, because it'll repeat the cycle, but we have a brief chance to actually cut the cycle out. That's your moment. Bomb arrow in the gob there, and you'll skip out the tadpoles and the jumping into the ceiling bit. It will just go straight here and you just attack the tongue again. And that's really it. One more time. This is also a disturbing thing. The way it carries tadpoles on its back reminds me of that creepy Suriname toad. If you don't know what that is, probably don't Google it. It's really disturbing. It's a toad that's got like holes in its back that its tadpoles live in, and it's really disturbing. Anyway, that's it down. Really one of the easiest mini-bosses in the game if you know that little tactic. Otherwise, you have to do the stuff with the tadpoles and the jumping on the ceiling every time, but hey, spits out something, which is awesome. Reminds me vaguely, if anyone's ever seen Pan's Labyrinth, it reminds me of the kind of frog thing from that, the way it spits out this thing at the end. But anyway, treasure chest, which contains the item of the dungeon! The claw shot is long chain with a claw. Set it to be, and yes, it's basically the hook shot from Ocarina of Time, and Wind Waker, and almost every other Zelda game. But it's slightly cooler, I think. Let's replace the red potion with it, we're not using that. Because the one thing you can do with the claw shot, really, is hold on to shit. Whereas in Ocarina of Time, you would have just dropped down. Now we're actually free completely to spin around here. We can raise and lower ourselves. And this dungeon, I think, uses it really well. Anyway, we're going to head back to the central kind of round chamber now. So, back here. Well, the first thing we can see is we've not actually been back here since we started the water flow. So, water's flowing now. That's going to be important. The level of water raises slightly. To our left here is actually a chest. Let's crack it open. And that gives us the dungeon map. Useful maybe to you, but not to me, because I know what I'm doing. And if you're following me along, you kind of know what I'm doing too. But what we need to do now is... I've slightly confused myself, because this is a really easy place to get lost in. Oh, now I think I remember. What we need to do is... I'll go that way, and ignore the Tektite. We've come up here. And now we need to come off here, but without turning the bridge around. Just hop down. And you'll land in this pool underneath, which also has these weird new enemies in it. We've not come across them yet, but these are skullfish. And they just swarm you while you're in the water, and they kind of attach onto you. And it's all very unpleasant, so we're going to avoid them entirely. There's a little trick you can do with them later on, which is a kind of like neat little Easter egg in this game, but I'm going to talk about that a lot later. On a fish-related episode, that will be. You think I'm joking. You got that? Great stuff to look forward to. Anyway, we are now going to come around this way. Oh. Yeah. But I just remember what we were supposed to do. We were supposed to just use the claw shot to get across there, because you can claw shot onto vines. And that'd be much easier than falling off the way I did and what you're supposed to do. But I'm an idiot, so that's not going to happen. Anyway, if we come now around here to the far right, you can see here's another switch. We can only use this one once we've got the claw shot. So, let's claw shot onto it, and it'll spin the bridge around. And, nice little thing here, you can see the water is now flowing straight towards us, down the bridge, from the... Oh, the camera went wild for a moment there. From the kind of room up there where we activated the water flow, through and into here. So let's follow it along. So had you tried to come this way earlier, you would have found your path would have been blocked by this water wheel. But of course now there is water, the wheel spins, and we can head through and continue on. A lot of this dungeon, as you can see, changes based on water flow. Now, we enter a very large room here. The water just kind of like pours off the edge. Doesn't start these things spinning like it feels like it should. But we can just make our way around this thing while it's off. And just hop down there. Grab this chest, which contains nothing useful, I think. Water bombs. Can't hurt. I think I've still got like 29. But hey, well, I guess now we're up to 30. Worth noting as well, you can use the claw shot as a close range attack. Kind of brutal, actually, because you just like claw their face off. But yes... If we come around here and drop down and then head up here and drop off. So we now need to, where's the thing? Aha, there's the thing. Then finally claw shot over here. And there we go. There's a lot we can do here slightly later on, not at the moment. I don't know why my voice went weird like that, but let's head out. And you can see this side of the temple has a kind of vaguely similar structure to the other side of the temple, because as I've said, it's vaguely symmetrical. There's a gecko here. We can fight geckos far more easily now by just grabbing them out of the bubble using the claw shots. We don't need to bother with bomb arrows or any limited things like that. We now just need to bring up bomb arrows. We've seen this before, and shoot a bomb arrow like that. Hop on, hop on, hop on, hop on, hop on! Oh, too slow. Ow. Does that actually deal me hearts damage doing that thing? No, it doesn't. Come on, get on. Get on it, man! Good lord, Link, you are really not pulling your weight, are you? Right, hop on, hop on, hop on, hop on! That literally took me like 2 minutes to get on there. Weirdly enough, it worked, and then when I put my sword away, I really hope that's not related, because otherwise that's fucking weird. That thing looked like a bomb rock thing, but it's not. It's actually just... Oh, bollocks, did not mean to shoot a bomb arrow there. I meant to just stab these dudes up. So, it looks like this ledge is too high, and we can't jump up it, and you would be right. So what we can do is grapple up to the top of it. I'm going to keep calling it grappling, because I've been playing Wind Waker again recently as well. First time playing through Wind Waker since my Let's Play... Fuck, nearly 2 years ago. Jesus Christ. That's terrifying. But yes, and that's a fun game. I love that game, and I always will. It's the first Zelda I played, and that stuck with me. It's my Ocarina of Time. Anyway, with both geckos killed, nothing happens. But we can proceed along using the claw shot. And you... Oh, bollocks. Do you recognise this place? From the brief, like, 2 frames you saw of it there. This is another water tower. Much like the one that was on the far... west of the temple. This is the one on the far east. I can't do east and west quickly in my head. It's weird. I can do left and right fine. Oh, that's something worth noting. Yeah, you can now remove Helmasaur's like helmets really easily with the claw shot, and that's cool. But yeah, I can do east and west really easily, but I can't do north and south. No, other way around. I can do north and south, but not east and west. I prefer to use left and right, even when like looking at a map. It's really weird that I have to like think right and then quickly translate that in my head to east. It's not just a natural thing for me, which is really bizarre. Anyway, this is actually going to be a really fucking short episode, because I did everything much faster than I was expecting to. Shit. What do we go for? Do we go for a really long episode or a really short episode? I think we'll go for a long episode, fuck it. I was going to split this into 2 episodes, but... I'm not now. So apologies if this comes out as like a 35-minute episode. I'd still rather a 35-minute episode though than 2 15-minute episodes. Well, that'll be actually 2 17.5-minute episodes, which isn't the end of the world. But, oh, one more Helmasaur there. Actually, I don't know, what time are we at? It's difficult to tell, because I'm recording this in the same session as I recorded the last one, so I know I finished the last episode at 33 minutes on the recording, and it's now at 48 minutes, which would be 15 minutes, except I know I've done a little bit of cutting, so it's going to be less than 15 minutes. Can't have a less than 15-minute episode, that's not okay. Oh, we got the compass, by the way, which shows us where to find objects hidden in the dungeon. Not very useful here. There is one chest I can tell you for a fact in the dungeon that I'm not going to go and get. If I bring the map up, you will see. You can see it here. It's on the top of the other water tower, and to get up there while it's wet takes ages, because you have to walk up against the flow with the iron boots on, and it's got 50 rupees in, which is almost completely useless to us at the moment, because our wallet is nearly full anyway, and it's really, honestly, not worth it, just for 50 rupees. If you want it, hey, be my guest, trek up to that tower, but I ain't going to bother showing it off just for that case. Anyway, if we pull this lever, the water starts flowing again, which is awesome. And I'm going to be a terrible person. I'm going to end the episode there. I probably shouldn't, but sorry, short episode. I will make up for it by... I'll put the next episode up either tomorrow or the day after. Not that many people watch these on the day they come out, but I'll put the next episode up soon, so I'll have 3 in a week instead of 2, maybe. I will or I won't. If you really want the next one soon, do comment and I'll sort that out. But hey, if it comes to 2 days after this one and no one's commented, I ain't gonna bother putting the next one up until next Tuesday will be most likely when I do it. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I have been the Doctor and the Infamous Gentleman, and this has been Let's Play Super Mario Sunshine. No, it's not. That was over a year ago. No, it wasn't a year ago. That started out in like July. But yes, this has been Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, which, actually, you know what, fuck it, we've got time, let's talk some shit. I'm not going to get on with the dungeon, but I'm just going to talk a little bit about this game, because the HD re-release has come out about 2 or 3 months ago. I've still not bought it, and as I mentioned earlier, I'm not going to buy it, because I already own this game on the Wii and the GameCube, and I'm not going to own it on the Wii U as well. But there are some cool changes to it, from what I've been seeing, some of which I will basically try and talk about when I can. And it generally, like, it does look nice. One of the things I do notice about this game is that while it still looks alright, it looks kind of fuzzy because of a lot of bloom lighting, which was the thing everyone did at the time, and also it's because it's standard definition, and I'm playing this on a 25-inch TV, which I'm sitting approximately a foot away from. And at this distance, yeah, you notice stuff like interlacing and standard definition quite a lot. And it looks alright, but it could look better, and HD, it would look nice. I definitely think it's actually a weirdly more natural choice for HD remake than Wind Waker HD. Don't get me wrong, Wind Waker HD looks fantastic, but when it comes down to which Zelda game should we redo in HD with fancy graphics, Wind Waker would not have been top of my list, but I guess makes sense with timing. And so yeah, I'm basically going to talk about the changes between this and the HD edition when they come up. But as for that's bought me a few precious seconds to add to the now what's probably a more normal length episode. So thank you very much for watching. I've been the Doctor, and this has been Twilight Princess. Thank you very much, and good day.